Entering the gates of AT&T Park is one of the biggest giant killers of all time, Paul Goldschmidt. The six-time All-Star is always at his best against the Giants. And to keep Goldschmidt in check, that task falls on the shoulders of Chris Stratton. Stratton is looking to finish the season strong and prove he belongs in the rotation. Giants D-backs next. We've got a cool night here at AT&T Park as the Giants welcome in an interdivision rival. That's the Arizona Diamondbacks for game one of this three-game series. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants won the last two games on Saturday and Sunday against the Rangers, so now it's the D-backs. And the D-backs are going to face Chris Stratton. And from the likes of what we saw him in New York, he may have figured some things out.
Well, he did figure some things out. With the help of former Giant Ryan Vogelsong, he made a little adjustment in his upper body, and it really paid big dividends. So he'll look to carry on another good outing into this one against the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks, I think the first inning is going to be very telling. Yeah. Why do I say that? Because the Diamondbacks are one of the best teams in all of baseball at scoring runs in the first inning. And the Giants, this last weekend against the Texas Rangers, in 3 games, they scored 9 runs in that first inning. So the first inning, very important tonight.
Well, let's just play one inning, the first inning, and the winner walks away. Probably not. It is Irish Heritage Night here at the ballpark, so stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowl. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Your San Francisco Giants took 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers, and tonight they welcome in the Arizona Diamondbacks for a 3-game series. Your Giants have a chance to cause a little ruckus in the NL West should they have a good series against the first-place D-backs. Welcome back to our broadcast, everybody. I'm Amy Gutierrez. And the Giants starting pitching, it has been spot on. That rotation really feeding off of each other. And, of course, it got started with none other than the ace, Madison Bumgarner. He got things rolling with an outstanding outing in New York on Thursday. Then he handed it over to Rookie of the Year candidate Derek Rodriguez, and he certainly pitched well enough to get the win. The Giants just came up a little bit short, but they changed that the last 2 days behind Andrew Suarez and Derek Holland, who both were stellar on the mound. We're going to make that our Lowe's whole team together. Giants starters last 4 games combined 3-0 with a 1.32 ERA, and they have allowed only 14 hits in 27 1/3 innings. Now, they say good pitching is contagious. We're going to find out what Chris Stratton's got tonight and if he can keep the Giants rolling. Crook and Kite have the call. Lineup's first pitch. It's all coming your way.
Action in the National League West. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. It's a cool night. It's under 60. See the winds and humidity, and it'll be overcast and it'll be cool the whole night. All right, let's take a look at the lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be John Jay, the former Cardinal, to lead things off, then Escobar, Peralta, and Paul Goldschmidt, who is hot, followed by Descalzo. Steven Souza is going to hit in the 6th slot. Then it's Ahmed Avila And the pitcher, who can hit, by the way, Patrick Corbin.
Well, here's our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. Tuesday against the New York Mets in New York. Chris Stratton, fantastic. 6 1/3 strong. 6 hits, couple of runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts in 86 pitches. And it really was one of the best outings that he's had since in the second half. And he feels he has corrected himself mechanically. And he'll take that confidence of that start into tonight's ball game. Stratton 6'2", 210-pounder. He's 28 years old. He's in his second year at the big league level. And you see the 2-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. Lifetime against these Diamondbacks. 1-2 with a 4.65 ERA. And when you're taking your at-bats against Stratton, you're going to see a fastball that goes low 90s. He will 2-seam and 4-seam it. When he's right, you're going to see him paint the corners with that fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and he will throw anything at any time. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Stratton tonight, starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. Going to be Pence, Duggar, and McCutchen. Crawford, Longoria, they're on the left side of the infield. Darno and Slater on the right side, and Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
And John Jay getting ready to lead things off for these Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are a game up on Colorado in the National League West, and the D-backs are coming off a series where, although they won yesterday, Seattle took the first 2 games in that series. So Seattle took 2 out of 3. Kind of what the Giants did to the Rangers. They took 2 out of 3. So here's John Jay. Hitting .278 with 3 home runs, 37 runs batted in. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a called strike. So we started right on time. I like this home plate umpire already, Brian Gorman.
Brian Gorman's got a good zone. He looks for strikes. He'll call the knee high. You'll see a few belt high strikes. Doesn't have big corners on his strike zone. You get a little more width on the outside corner of righties than you do lefties. But again, he looks for strikes. And if you show him early that you can throw strikes, especially with all your pitches, you'll have a nice zone to work with.
Up the middle and a base hit. So Jay, after falling behind in the count, picks up a base hit, and that'll bring up Escobar. Other umpires, by the way, it's Johnson, Blazer, and Gibson from first to third. So here's Escobar. Escobar, his combined numbers with the Twins and with the D-backs, he's hitting .277. He's got 19 home runs, 76 runs batted in, and he takes a strike, and it's only 1. He is a switch hitter. Much better numbers hitting right-handed, but he hasn't had that many at-bats right-handed.
Saw the graphic talking about the number of runs that the Diamondbacks have scored the first inning, 112 on the year, and that leads the major leagues. I mean, they are potent first time through.
John Jay not with a very big lead. He's got just 1 steal on the season. Actually, his combined numbers steal-wise, he's got 4. He's been thrown out 3 times. There's a base hit to left. So the D-backs are at it again here in the first inning.
Well, and the table setters have set the table for the two hottest guys in the lineup, and they're coming up now.
So here's Peralta. And both guys coming up have ownage on Stratton. So not exactly how you wanted to write this one up to start out the game.
Well, Peralta, he's had an unbelievable month of August. He's hitting .395 this month. So you identify the situation, try and pitch for the ground ball, get an out, or get a ground ball that gets you 2 outs.
And the first pitch is wide. .304 with 25 home runs, 71 runs batted in. .2-0.
Just a wee bit low.
6 for 17 with 2 doubles and a home run.
Take a look at how they set the defense. That's our StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Can't really overload them, and Peralta will use the whole field.
.3-0.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. Big pitch because you do not want to give up third base with less than 2 outs by way of the walk.
So 3-0. Slater to Crawford, and that's all they'll get. Slater's throw was to the inside part of second, where it should have been to the outside part.
Well, it cost the Giants a chance to double play. I mean, this ball hit hard enough, you're thinking double play, and watch the throw. It takes Crawford to the third base side of second base, and it gets him off balance to where he can't get a throw off. So a good job of getting the ground ball from Stratton. And he's faced with a similar situation here with the red hot Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt is 7 for 14 with 3 doubles and a home run against Stratton. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
Good curveball.
Goldschmidt swung at that like he was looking for it. See what Goldschmidt does in this ballpark. Breaks his bat. Darno. 2 down.
Boy, nice 2-pitch sequence. Set up the fastball by the first pitch curveball. Saw an off-speed pitch to start the at-bat. Then he comes right in on the hands with that good fastball and jams a hot bat.
So here's Descalzo.
Just gets up right around the label, busts that bat up. You break a big man's bat like that, you've made a good pitch.
So here's Descalzo. Down low. 1 ball and no strikes. 3 for 14. Those are Descalzo's numbers. Against Chris Stratton. And a strike. So he came back with another one to even the count.
Well, and the guy who knows his stuff is the guy on the mound. And you can just tell if he's nibbling because he doesn't believe in his stuff or if he believes in it and he's in the attack mode. Good pitch.
Yeah, it could have been called a strike.
Well, you know, he can be very careful here. He's got an open base. But this is the same rhythm that he had in New York, and it was a good rhythm. And in that start, he was in the attack mode from the very first pitch of the game.
Three and one. Selstrand's going to rub up a new baseball. He's got a base to play with. It's 3-2. So he gave Descalzo something away. Full count.
You know, Descalzo was looking fastball, but he was not looking fastball middle away. He looking middle in. That's the side he does his damage on.
Three and two, runner at first. Escobar will be on the go, and there's a bouncing ball to Crawford, and this is going to end the inning. So a very nice job by Stratton to pitch right through traffic. McCutcheon to lead it off. Southwest Airlines. It'll be McCutcheon, Slater, Longoria, Hundley, and then Hunter Pence, who's got really great numbers against the very good Patrick Corbin. Then it's Crawford, Darno, and Duggar, and then Chris Stratton will hit ninth.
On the hill tonight for the Diamondbacks will be the 29-year-old left-hander Patrick Corbin, 6'3", 210-pounder. For Corbin, he's in his 7th year at the big league level. This is what he has done this year in 26 starts, 10-4 with a 3.17 ERA. And when you take your at-bats against him, you're going to see a fastball that goes low 90s, but with one of the best sliders in all of the National League. He's also got a curveball and a changeup. And the numbers were really quite remarkable. He's 2 strikeouts away from 200 on the year. 198 strikeouts, 161 innings with just 39 walks. And most of those strikeouts have come on that slider.
And here's McCutcheon. And McCutcheon takes a strike. 254 for McCutcheon. But only 3 for 23 lifetime against Corbin. I mean, this is the 6th time Corbin's faced the Giants this year. And he's 3-0.
He's 3-0 with a 2.20 ERA. Lifetime in 24 appearances, he's 8-7 with a 3.07 ERA. But this year he has been the man.
You see McCutcheon, his spray chart. Three and one. Slater to follow. And the walk.
Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defensively. Playing behind Patrick Corbin, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Peralta, Jay, and Souza, the best arm in right field. Ahmed and Escobar on the left side of the infield. Descalzo and Goldschmidt on the right side. Alex Avila, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Slater. Slater actually has had early success against Corbin. He's 3 for 5 lifetime.
He's done well against the D-backs this year.
He takes inside 1-0.
Got an on-base percentage against the Diamondbacks over 500. Giants have done well. They're 9-7 on the year against Arizona. These will be the final 3 games that these 2 teams have against each other this season.
Foul. Out of play. Well, the D-backs have done well against the National League West, just not that well against the Giants. They're 10 games over 500 against the West, 32 and 22.
79.2% of his strikeouts come on that slider. It's a good one.
That's like Steve Carlton. In tight, but a called strike, 1 and 2.
And the thing about his slider, when he throws it, I mean, it doesn't usually wind up in the strike zone. It's usually below the strike zone.
Here's the 1-2. Down the left field line, into the corner, foul. As McCutchen was on the move.
Well, let's take a look at the pitch. Pitchcast brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. And that was indeed that slider. Had a little bit of elevation to it. And it allowed Slater a chance to get some barrel on it. The man making a pretty good play out there without a glove. I'm impressed.
Or effort. Got him. Came back with another one.
Just
and Slater could not hold up.
Lowered it a bit. And that's the pitch we're talking about. He starts this thing right at your knees, and by the time you commit to it, it is gone. That may even have been a curveball. I think it was. I don't think that was a slider. You don't see him throw too many sliders to lefties, or curveballs to lefties rather. Sliders is number 1.
There's Longoria. Skies one to right for Souza. 2 outs. And here's Hundley. So the Giants finally announced that Buster Posey's surgery went well. I guess the surgery was delayed, because when we all got to the ballpark, everybody was asking, and Bruce Bochy said, no, he's still in surgery. So our best wishes go out to him.
Well, he's missed.
He'll be back this
yeah,
weekend. Here's Hundley. And a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hundley at 239 with 9 home runs. He's got 30 runs batted in. Hunter Pence is on deck. And a little low. Corbin probably would have wanted that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh, he definitely wanted it. He thought he had a strike here. Hey, you want everything you can get, right?
Yep.
Same pitch. So now Nick Hundley can say, yo, Brian Gorman, plate umpire.
What's up? What's up, Brian?
Seriously, are you flipping a coin back there or what? Don't see much rubbernecking though with Brian Gorman's strike zone.
So 1-2 with good speed at first.
Ballpark, as you mentioned, cool tonight. Just about the normal amount of wind. There is carry to center and left center. Talk about it nightly now. This has been a cool homestand, and this is the time of year where you usually start to get cooler or warmer weather. September, October, the warmest months. We haven't seen it yet.
So Corbin slowing things down, but now he's ready. And Hundley takes low. Just checking out McCutcheon's numbers. He leads this Giants team in walks and in strikeouts. He's walked 70 times. That's almost 25 more times than anybody else. Two and two. He's got 13 steals. And he's playing cat and mouse right now with Patrick Corbin. He goes. Swing and a miss. Inning over. Struck him out with a fastball. Second inning coming up. Souza to lead things up.
Sandwich shop. Other joints are all bread and no beef. So get on over to Mr. Pickles and get yourself a barbecue tri-tip sandwich.
A 0-0 ball game as we head to inning number 2, and Steven Souza is going to lead things off. Yeah, we do have part of the enemy in our midst.
Sitting between two of our finest.
There's a call strike to Souza.
I think I saw those guys a few nights out of Candlestick, if I recall.
Just inside. Souza, 241, 3 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Backs it up inside again, 2-1. No Dodgers tonight. They're off. Rockies are playing in Anaheim. And like I say, those are the only games I care about.
There you go.
That's it.
It's that time of year you kind of focus on your own division.
Yeah. I mean, do you care that Baltimore beat Toronto?
Oh, sure.
Hit to left. And Hunter Pence is going to play it in front of him. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, catcher Aramis Garcia got the call up while Buster Posey is dealing with season-ending hip surgery, and he will be spending most of his time, gentlemen, in the dugout with Eli Whiteside, who will serve as a mentor to him. He said he's going to be watching, observing, and learning. He also said he was set at ease because he actually played Little League Baseball with Derek Rodriguez. They were on the same team when they were 12 years old out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and he played in a summer league with Andrew Suarez when the two were in high school. So he said seeing those faces really helped settle him down. Gentlemen?
Absolutely. Plus, I mean, what you can't really dismiss is these guys spend, what, 7 weeks in spring training? And you get to know everybody then.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're a catcher.
Yeah, and he's not walking into a clubhouse full of people he doesn't know.
Catchers get down there early. Pitchers and catchers. So catchers know everybody.
This is going to be Darno, and he'll put it away. Just not blowing in that direction.
Nah, ball's not carrying to right.
Here's Avila. Avila hitting at 167 with 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Crawford will get to 1 out, and there's where the shift cost you. Crawford did the right thing. You get the lead runner.
It became a foot race for him. It's just hard to believe you set yourself up with a defense that does not give you a chance to get a double play.
Oh, stop it, Mike.
It just
The overshifts are here to stay.
I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm flabbergasted.
There's a call strike.
Seriously,
Corbin. Well, you always preach pitch for the ground ball. He just did.
Absolutely, he did his job. Do you have a defense that can't turn the double play because of how you preset it? That's wrong.
One ball and 1 strike.
I hope I don't ever see that again.
Judging by your angriness, I agree.
Unbelievable.
Booth's getting really small. Side retired. Pence, Crawford, Darno coming up.
Unbelievable.
Brought to you by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
All right, voted by our fans. Social media says it's the #1 giveaway of the season. Buster Posey's socks are finally here. It's on Sunday the 2nd as the series concludes with the Posey socks for the first 20,000 fans. Presented by Toyota. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com.
Well, I think I need to get some popcorn, partner. You can have the Milk Duds. I want the popcorn.
Well, then we'll fight for the popcorn.
Although I used to be a Milk Dud guy. You guys got it going. Peanuts, Cracker Jacks.
Here's Hunter Pence. Taps this one to Ahmed. 1 out.
All right, time for Cricket Smile, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. June 6th against the D-backs. Brandon Crawford had a walk-off single in 10th. Crawford walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th. Scored Andrew McCutcheon. Giants won that ball game 5-4. And that's our Cricket Smile, brought to you by Cricket Wireless.
Was that the game Hansen tied it up? I think it was.
That was a good one.
Here's Crawford. Crawford hitting .262. 12 home runs, 49 driven in. He's had 37 at bats against Corbin lifetime with 10 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. So Crawford has seen the ball pretty well against Patrick Corbin. Here's the 1-1. 1-2.
You don't see Brandon Crawford question many pitches, and he's going to question this one. He thought this was low.
Two and two. Crawford on the ground, past Goldschmidt and a base hit. You don't get many by that guy. Stream the Giants on the go this season. Once again, you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants game streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app.
You talked about that history with Corbin and Crawford. It's his 11th hit in 38 bats. He has struck out 15 times against Corbin. So basically, Crawford's looking for what he got, a mistake up out over the plate, and he didn't miss it.
And here's Darno, who's 0 for 10 against Corbin. And swinging a foul to the backstop.
Patrick Corbin, a milestone, had his 200th strikeout of the season. And he joins Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Dan Herron, Robbie Ray, and Zach Greinke. A big unit, did it 5 times.
Looked like a pretty good pitch.
There's Zach Greinke. Pitched in last night's ball game, which means he gets an all expense paid vacation to the city of San Francisco.
One and two.
That's great. You start looking at the strikeout leaders in the history of the Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson, 5 times he went over 200, 4 times he went over 300. And the most he ever had was 372 strikeouts in a season. They put guys like that in the Hall of Fame.
Here's the 1-2. Darno cannot lay off of that pitch. He's now 0 for 11 lifetime.
Well, I have to ask you, how far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Rami. And yesterday, Steven Duggar had the big hit of the game. His first career triple. It knocked in a pair, made the score 3-1. That's how it would all end. He hit that 102 miles an hour, and he went from home to third in 11.5 seconds. The serious Mr. Steven Duggar.
He's 0 for 2 lifetime against Corbin. Way outside with Chris Stratton on deck. Here's the winner from yesterday.
Dutch Holland pitched beautiful baseball. 6 1/3 innings. Bullpen picked him up.
Swing, you're gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford with a 2-out lead at first. 2-1. This will be pitch number 30 coming up. Two balls and a strike. Corbin really taking a lot of time now.
Well, he does that when men get on base.
3-1.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things he picked up from Zach Greinke when Greinke came over. Because I don't remember Corbin being this deliberate earlier in his career when men would get on base. But Zach Greinke, who absolutely understands rhythm. He gets very deliberate and slow himself when there's men on base. And now we're seeing Patrick Corbin do the same thing.
I'll see if Duggar can get something to hit here with a count 3-1. High drive, right field. It is out of here. His first home run here at AT&T Park. And both of his home runs this year have been against the D-backs.
Well, calculated risk. As good as Patrick Corbin has been, Torey Lovullo, the manager of the Diamondbacks, saying, go ahead, get after this guy. He's a left-hander. And here is the price you pay if it doesn't work out. You've got Stratton on deck, who's not a very good hitting pitcher. And Steven Duggar just took advantage of it.
So here's Stratton. And Stratton takes low.
Well, that's one you're going to wonder and worry about if you're a pitching coach and a manager. You make a decision and you betting on your guy to get him out. And it just backed up on the D-backs.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Two. So more pitches being thrown by Patrick Corbin here with Stratton at the plate.
First home run allowed the last 74 and a third innings. That was the longest active streak in the majors. Last one in June to the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
And that'll end the inning. 4 strikeouts for Corbin. And here's the home run by Stephen Duggar. It's bye-bye baby. And after 2, it's 2-0 Giants. Finish on this date 16 years ago at Coors Field. Bonds hit 3 home runs in a game for the 4th and final time in his career. Denny Stark, Kent Mercker. It was on that day that we thought he had a shot.
It was exactly on that day.
Oh, they're telling us it was a different year.
Well, I guess that was another day when he hit 3.
On that day, we knew on another year he had a shot.
Yeah. Okay. They're all running together. So confused.
Here's John Jay. I mean, that's part of our guys and our ladies in the truck. That's part of their job, is just to correct us.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I know they
laugh. I know they're laughing.
Well, I noticed they're adding like 2 or 3 more every year. Got a whole herd of them down there.
Well, then give us something that's a little confusing. And it's 2-1 to John Jay. Yeah, Scout's the one.
You got to watch out for the Scout.
There's some Bumgarner fans. Fouled down the left field line, and it's 2-2.
Got a good fastball in on the hands. And that's something that Stratton had lost the ability to do. I mean, he had such a great rhythm. Then he went home for the birth of a child. And when he came back, he never quite found the rhythm that he had early in the year.
And a base hit for John Jay.
So this is what we were thinking of back September 9th of 2001. Look where this thing goes. And I think they said that thing went like 405
feet.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the 3 home run day when we really thought, you know, he's got a chance to break the single season home run record. But the one he hit out in center field.
Yeah, that was a beauty. And that one where like 8 people tried to dive into that little lake they have out there.
Well, 2 of them were guys in the Giants bullpen.
Yeah, here's Escobar, who takes a pitch inside for a ball. Escobar single in the first. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Peralta's on deck. High and foul and out of play. 1 and 2. Escobar coming right before the trading deadline. Once Jake Lamb went on the DL, they decided they needed to find somebody to play third. On the ground to Darno, to Crawford, to Slater, late. Start your Labor Day weekend off with a bang with post-game fireworks presented by Alltech Lansing on Friday, the 31st. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Here's Peralta. Peralta hit one to Slater. Hit it pretty good as he hits this one off his foot pretty good, and it snowballs in 1 strike.
Got a good fastball in on the hands. It was so frustrating for Chris Stratton. This is what he does. This is how he excels at this level. He has to have the command of those corners with that fastball, and then when his mechanics would not allow him to throw that pitch on the hands, or he would intend to do it, and it would leak out over the middle of the plate and get hit. I mean, he was just scratching his head.
Foul again, 0-2.
So he gets his mechanics back, and all of a sudden the velocity amps up another couple feet. The movement has got late finish, and he's able to put that ball where he wants. He feels like he got his body back. Good breaking ball hitter. 3rd best in the majors. The best breaking ball hitter, Jose Altuve, hitting .391 off breaking balls.
He might be the answer to a lot of questions. A bit high. Best fastball hitter, Altuve. Best breaking ball hitter, Altuve. Best guy who hits nasty sliders, Altuve.
Yeah. He's probably got to be up there in the top 5 in every category.
And I'm sorry we missed him. He was hurt when Astros came into town. It's 2-2. Foul again.
Good change up on the outside corner. It is Irish night. Had the bagpipers and the Irish dancers before the game.
Two and two. Got him.
Good change up. Never threw him a breaking ball. Hard stuff on the hands. Change ups away, and he gets the strikeout. First strikeout for Stratton. Little two-seam fastball or two-seam changeup that just falls off away. Peralta with reach, and it's the month of August. As you mentioned, he's hitting .395 in the month of August. He hadn't had many off-balance swings.
By the way, his first 4 games in August were against the Giants.
In Arizona.
Yeah, I think he had 8 hits in that series, 8 or 9. Way outside to Goldschmidt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Duggar, a 2-run home run. You see the light colored area? That's his area in center field to cover.
I like that. Kid, you've got everything from there to there. I'll just take a look. This is right down the middle. Well, not really. Paul Goldschmidt, that's shaking his head a little bit.
Throw it there again. Hit into right center field. Duggar got a great jump, but it's McCutchen in front of Duggar out of the lighter green area. So that was McCutchen's ball.
Is brought to you by Toyota, designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Here it's McCutchen to lead things off. And the Giants with a 2-0 lead, and McCutchen takes a called strike. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Down low, Slater, and then Longoria on a cool night here in the city. Feels like football weather back east. On the ground to Nick Ahmed. And they just got him. John Miller's here. Dave Fleming is on assignment. He'll be in here 4, 5, and 6. I'll see you back here in the 7th. Here's Slater. Slater struck out in the first. And a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Steals strikes with that curveball. You don't see him throw many to lefties, but he will take strike one out against righties.
Well, Well, he just stole strike 2.
Well, if you think you have a young hitter up there who's one-dimensional in what he looks for, and a lot of guys are that way. They'll sit on fastball until they have to adjust with 2 strikes. He'll keep throwing those breaking balls up there.
Pulled foul.
I mean, you and I have played with a lot of guys that they never looked anything but fastball, ever.
Yeah. Even if the guy was a knuckleballer. Slices it to right. And it's Souza who comes in and makes the catch.
Good at bat. Nice play.
So here's Longoria. Longoria hit a fly ball to right field. And it's wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Tried to backdoor him 2-0. Center field. But right at Jay, and that'll end the inning. John Miller will be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Giants.
Over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Joining us now in the booth, we welcome our Hall of Famer, John Miller. Welcome.
Hey, and Chris Stratton, you wouldn't have given much for his chances there in the first inning with the way it started. 2 men on immediately. It was behind 3-0 to Peralta. But then he got Peralta, and he ran the table from there. And he's looking pretty strong. Your assessment, what do you think these first 3?
Well, I think he has absolutely picked up in what we saw him have in New York. I think his rhythm has been great, and it really is showing up on the inside corner. When he wants to make a fastball and he wants to throw that on the inside corner, he is burying that location. And that's something that he could not do when he was out of whack mechanically. So I think the mechanics that he has brought into tonight's ball game have been very, very good, just like we saw in New York.
Well, music to the ears of a Giants fan. Daniel Descalso, the Bay Area native, who's just had an excellent year for the D-backs. And he has shown himself to be just what the D-backs hope, maybe better than they even had hoped. Out in right field is Darno. The overshift was on, and that was perfection. That ball was just smoked. Descalso is 0 for 2.
Middle end, sitting that way, gets it, and he doesn't miss. So that's one that the shift takes away. Darno, if he's in straight up second base positioning, that's base hit.
That ball left Descalso's bat at 102 miles an hour. Here's Souza. Crawford has a long throw to make. Here it is. In time. That runner, Souza, he moves well.
He's a good athlete. And that's running from the right side out of the right-handed batter box. And Crawford really just rocks back on the back leg. He knew he had to hurry it, but that's his step. He catches it off his back foot, takes his stride step to his target. There's no shuttle step or shuffle step. Very compact with a strong arm.
So 2 quick outs, and here is Nick Ahmed. Popped up to second his first time. And he was bailing on that breaking ball in there for a strike.
Everything that Stratton's throwing is now has got crisp movement. It's got late finish with a little second stage hop on the fastball. His cut is subtle, but it's late breaking. His curveball, changeup, good pitches. But that's the pitch right there. When he has decided to go inside tonight, he has not missed out over the plate, and that's something that really plagued him when he was slumping and he was not in command of that fastball.
Oh, he turned to bunt and ended up almost using the bat as a shield. That might have gotten him right in the sternum had he not gotten the bat in front of it.
I think you're right. If he doesn't get the bat on it, it hits him in the chest. Ball 2 seaman coming right in on him. That absolutely is going to hit him. Maybe in the neck. That could have been bad. That's one you could possibly foul off into your face too.
Well, it really gives you an idea of what kind of movement he's got in that 2-seamer then. 1-2 the count. Spikes that one outside of the dirt. 2-2 the count. Two runs, 2 hits for the Giants. Giants getting their runs in the second. A single by Crawford, and with 2 down, Steven Duggar launching a home run against one of the toughest left-handers in the league. Popped up in foul ground, Longoria. That's a 9-pitch, 3 up, 3 down inning for Stratton. Nick Hundley coming up.
For Giants in the community, it is presented by PG&E. And earlier today, the William McCovey Golf Classic took place as an annual event. They played at TPC Harding Park, and proceeds from the tournament support the Junior Giants program. Now, gentlemen, to say this is a popular event isn't doing it justice. A ton of Forever Giants in attendance to support the flagship program of the Giants Community Fund. Will Clark, Matt Kane, Randy Wynn, Richie Williams, Cody Ross, Jeremy Effa, Pat Burrell, just to name a few. A star-studded event for a great cause. More info, jrgiants.org. John?
All right, Amy, thank you. Sounds like fun.
Saw Noah Lowry.
That's a high fly ball to left field, but squaring up under it now. Peralta right at the edge of the track. So Hundley may have just missed that one.
Save that one for Chase Field.
So Hundley is 0 for 2. Struck out his first time. Here's Hunter Pence. He's the one who's had the best past history against Patrick Corbin. Had 42 at bats now, 15 hits, including 4 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. But he grounded out in the first pitch he saw tonight, and that's a called strike. Houston leads Oakland 11-4 in the start of that big showdown series. Final 3 meetings of the year between those two teams, who are the top 2 teams in the American League West. Houston, just in time for that series, they got all of their injured guys back.
I think they were kind of circling that particular day on the calendar.
Descalso throws out Pence. 2 down.
All right, time now for our Mercedes pivotal play. Yesterday, Brandon Crawford made a Gold Glove defensive play and saved a run with a diving play. He did well just to stop it from going to the outfield, but he knew Beltre did not have a good hamstring on the left leg, not running well. He went through with the play and he guns him out. That ended in the top of the 3rd. And that was a big play. That was our Mercedes pivotal play.
And that's the kind of thing, you know, that Brandon had already thought that through before the ball was ever hit. He singled his first time tonight as Corbin misses with ball 1. And he was on base when Duggar hit his line drive home run over the Willie Mays wall and right. Called a strike on the outside. Giants 2, D-backs nothing. 2 down, nobody on here in the 4th inning. Right on the corner. 1-2.
Take a look at the corner fastball. Right there, hitting Avila, the catcher, right in the glove. Never really had to move it much.
2-2 now. Night games both tomorrow and Wednesday with the D-backs. Madison Bumgarner goes tomorrow against Clay Buchholz. Derek Rodriguez Wednesday versus Zach Godley. And that's all for Crawford. 7 straight retired by Corbin. The Giants, though, lead 2-0 as we head to the 5th. Here at AT&T Park, there's a special event package including a Giants blanket, admission to a post-game concert featuring Phil Wickham, and a chance to hear from players about how faith has played a role in their lives, and of course your ticket to see the Giants and Mets. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for tickets to the Fellowship Day special event on Saturday, which also is the first day of September. Alex Avila leads off, inning number 5. Ball 1. Avila has grounded into a force play in his only at bat. Patrick Corbin, the pitcher, is on deck. Giants into the overshift. 3 infielders to the right of second. And that is called a strike.
Nice 1-0 pitch.
Well, Houston won that ball game over the A's 11-4, the first of a 3-game series there. Oakland at one time had a 4-0 lead in that game. Change up. Did he swing? Yes. Trip Gibson, the third base umpire, made that call on appeal.
You know, a curveball and a changeup. I mean, they're both off-speed pitches. You better have a good changeup to throw it off of a slow curveball. And that was a good changeup.
One ball, 2 strikes.
I think Hundley wants to see that changeup again.
And it was a changeup, but off the outside this time at 84 miles an hour. 2-2.
Well, 3 off-speed pitches after the leadoff fastball, and the fastball is definitely set up. And one thing that Stratton has done so well tonight is when he goes inside of that fastball, he nails it.
Changeup struck him out looking.
3rd changeup in a row. Beautiful pitch. Well, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote. Get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
Giants leading 2-0, and Patrick Corbin will come up now. Corbin grounded into a force play his first time.
It's a good hitting pitcher.
And strike 1.
Let's take a look at that 3rd consecutive changeup, and it just freezes. Avila just can't pull the trigger.
Very aggressively played and successfully played by Slater. 2 down.
I just didn't want to lay back on it. Didn't trust the hop. So you know what? You charge it hard and try and choke that ground ball so that the hop you get is a short one. Nice play.
And he was racing up the line too as we look at that play, Mike.
Yeah, Corbin, he's a good athlete. He'll definitely put some pressure on the play by running hard.
Now John Jay. Ball 1. Jay's had 2 at-bats and 2 hits. Crowding the plate, opened up stance. 2-0. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Giants. They got their hits and their runs in the same inning. The second, a single by Crawford, the homer by Duggar. Three and 0.
Stratton taking a little walk. And you say to yourself after you pour in a 3-0 fastball, I need to do that again.
He has retired everybody he's faced since Jay's 3rd inning single. Now it's 3-2 to Jay this time.
And again. The beauty of a 2-0 lead.
Still 3-2.
3-2 changeup and a good one. It's a little example of the confidence he has in his stuff. If you can't throw a pitch 3-2, you can't call it a pitch. It's a project.
McCutcheon. And he's going to run for a while on this one. It is a triple for Jay.
So another 3-2 changeup. Just give you an idea of how well Jay's seeing him. I mean, he was on it. And really, from McCutcheon's perspective, you get a 2-0 lead. I mean, this is a chance. This is a great time to dive for it. Take a chance. I mean, he knows it's not going to be inside the Parker. It's close to the fence. Doubt if he would dive like that with the triples alley behind him.
Now Escobar. A called strike on the outside.
Backdoor breaking ball, perfect location.
The power's up now. Escobar's hit 19 homers. Peralta on deck has hit 25. Then Goldschmidt has hit 30 behind him. Look out. Yellow. Well, that was a scary moment for Escobar.
Fastball had a little cut on it too. The idea behind this pitch is to try and throw it at the hands, at the belt. And Escobar almost walks right into it. And this thing is right up there, chin high.
High in the air, left center. Pence and Duggar. It's Pence. Jay stranded at third. 2-0 Giants. Darno, then Duggar coming up. NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the Monterey Bay Aquarium, the only place where it's totally cool to be obsessed with jellyfish. There's the lovely Martha in the cove. Welcome, Martha, looking lovely this evening. There's a called strike to Chase Darno, leading off for the Giants here in the last of the fifth inning against Patrick Corbin. Darno struck out his first time. He has never had a hit against Corbin. Now 0 for 11 against him. 2-0 Giants leading. And he checks his swing, and that ball in the dirt. The count is 1-1. Cubs over the Mets tonight, 7-4 at Wrigley Field. 2-1. The Mets will be here over the weekend. Friday night, big fireworks display after the game, and then day games on Saturday and Sunday. The start of the Labor Day holiday weekend. Three and one now to Darno.
One thing we've learned about Chase Darno, if he gets some count leverage, 2-0, 3-1 advantage, he will try for the pump.
On the inside corner, at the knees. 3-2. Steven Duggar, who has knocked in the 2 Giants runs, is on deck. And that is all for Darno.
Yeah, this was the big swing of the bat. Came in the second inning. 1 on, 2 out, and a weak hitting pitcher on deck. And Corbin went after Steven Duggar, and Duggar made him pay, and that has been the difference in this game. First home run he's hit here at AT&T.
And he hit it against a very good left-hander. Got the low strike on that one. First time that Duggar has hit a home run against a left-handed pitcher. He'd only hit 1 other home run, period. On the outside corner, strike 2. He's actually, he hasn't had that many at bats against left-handed pitching, but what he's had, he has been hitting much better against lefties than righties. As the D-backs now going to the extreme overshift.
They do that in 2 strikes. Once they feel it's no longer a bunting threat, they'll take the third baseman and put him on the right side of the infield. I think it's an overthink.
Duggar is 14 for 40 against left-handed pitching. He's hit .350 against the lefties. Way off the outside. It's the right-handers who've been hurting him. He's had 96 at bats against right-handed pitching and is hitting .229. I think they assume that he'll be fine against right-handed pitching. There's the great Corbin slider. 2 down.
Well, and I think that was a personal challenge. A guy hits a home run off you. I mean, you want to strike him out his next at bat, especially if you're a veteran pitcher and you're facing a rookie hitter. And that's his #1 breaking ball right there.
Now Chris Stratton, who was called out on strikes his first time. Ball 1. Since Duggar's 2-run homer in the second inning, Corbin has retired everybody 9 in a row. Giants have only the 2 hits, but they turned them into 2 runs. That's a strike. Colorado is trailing 4-2 to the Angels in the top of the 5th. Meanwhile, down in Anaheim on the out-of-town scoreboard. Got the call on the inside.
If you're a young pitcher, never argue a called strike that you thought was a ball.
Did he swing? Yes. Corbin strikes out the side. He has 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. He's retired 10 in a row, but the Giants lead.
One of the big stories tonight was what type of rhythm Chris Stratton was going to bring into tonight's ball game following the brilliant outing he had in New York against the Mets. Well, through 5 innings, 5 hits allowed, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He has been very good. So he has answered that question. He's retired 9 of the last 10 hitters too, by the way. And that's our Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Stratton against the D-backs back in April when he was on a roll. He had 7 innings, only 1 run allowed. Here is Peralta. The power comes up to start this inning. Peralta, 25 home runs, hitting .303. Then Goldschmidt with 30 home runs is on deck. And Descalso due up 3rd in the inning. Tries the curve again. 2-0.
I think that's the only reason he wanted to throw the thing a second time, because it kind of slipped out of his hand, but it slipped out a second time. So here he is now in a 2-0 get it in situation to a red hot hitter.
And he got the call on that one.
And he's worked quick. He's throwing strikes. Brian Gorman, I think, has expanded his zone a bit for him.
That's a foul into the second deck. 2-2.
We're not exaggerating about Peralta being one of the hottest hitters in the game. He has hit .395 in this month of August.
And out of play off the facing of the upper deck, third base side. And he was way late on that one. 2-2. Peralta has just really blossomed big time. Used to be a guy who would only play against right-handers and became more of an everyday player. Crawford, the hurried throw in time. 1 away.
Just a horrible start this year for Paul Goldschmidt. And right there at the end of May, he was hitting about 190. But since June 1st, batting average 2nd, on base percentage 1st, slugging percentage 3rd, top 5 in home runs, RBIs, he has turned it around. And I always say the great ones get their numbers, and he is certainly doing it again this year.
Crawford from left field on a bounce. He's out.
Now remember, Paul Goldschmidt runs well. And Crawford knew this. Once he gets to it, an off-balance throw coming right over the top, throws it down to the dirt, figuring don't miss high, miss low, you'll give yourself a chance. And they get him. That is brilliance.
D-backs have been checking with their video room, but I think they just saw what we just saw and finally told Brian Gorman, okay, move on. Wow, what a play. And 2 really good play, but that was a great play.
I can't tell you what that does for the guy out there on the mound. I mean, here you are with 2 outs now in the 5th inning instead of 1 on and 1 out. You feel like you're bulletproof.
That is a foul ball. I think Goldschmidt couldn't believe it. He looked over the umpire. I think he wanted to argue with him, but it didn't seem possible that he could have been thrown out on that.
He basically just took a hit away from him. That's what he did.
And we saw that play from yesterday. And as you pointed out, Adrian Beltre has a hamstring issue, and he's 39 years old. Crawford knew he could still get him. That's not who Goldschmidt is. 2-2 the count to Descalso, who has grounded out to second and lined out to second. And when we say second, we mean Chase Darno, who's 30 feet into the outfield. And that is all. The changeup strikes him out. 6 shutout innings. Brandon Crawford denying Paul Goldschmidt with a hit right here. Incredible. Yeah. 2-0 Giants. The 6th inning against Patrick Corbin. The Giants leading 2-0. Andrew McCutchen leads off. He has walked and grounded out against Corbin, and they're overloaded on the left side against him. 0-1. Giants with 2 runs on 2 hits. Corbin has retired the last 10 Giants in succession since the Duggar home run in the 2nd inning. That's down the right field line. That one is into the 2nd archway. McCutchen will hold on at 2nd. He was accelerating coming to 2nd, but then he saw Souza had picked it up, so he held with a double, and he has not had many of those against Patrick Corbin over the years.
Well, and I think this is the key. I mean, he goes the opposite way. That's not exactly a hanging fastball. It's up, but it's off the plate away. It's right to the glove. And remember, Souza's got an outstanding arm. McCutchen was going hard. As soon as he turned around and looked at Ron Willis, he got the stop sign. Watch, he'll pick up Willis now. Now, boom, stop sign.
So here is Slater. Slater has struck out and lined out to right. Base hit to left field. McCutchen got a late break because he wasn't sure if Escobar would come up with that ball or not. So he goes to 3rd and holds on.
With nobody out, I mean, you're not going to take a chance when you've got the 2-0 lead. You see, he's got to make sure that ball gets to left field. And very quickly, Ron Willis with the stop sign. Peralta out in left field. I mean, he can get you. I mean, he's got enough arm that he can throw you out from left field easily. Right now, the Giants have the momentum of this inning. You don't want to give it back by being over aggressive on the base paths.
1st and 3rd, nobody out. Longoria has hit fly balls in his first 2 at bats. Strike 1. Either one of his fly balls, I think, would, if he were to hit it here, would get McCutchen home. The middle infielders are in a little bit more than normal double play depth. And now Ahmed goes to the plate. McCutchen with a slide and never made it to the plate.
Well, in a 1st and 3rd situation with nobody out, you break the 3rd instead of a double play. D-backs are down 2 runs. Put the pressure on the defense to make a play. Ahmed to make a play. Ahmed made a nice throw. If he doesn't break there, they're probably going to get 2 outs on the double play.
I think that's a great point. Which is just the worst. The guys standing at 3rd, and then they turn to double play, and they were set up to be able to do that if he did not go. Here's Hundley, has struck out and flied out deep to left. Ahmed knocks it down, and not in time. Corbin thought it was in time. As they check the video room in the clubhouse.
Take a look on the backside of this play.
Now he's there.
Now we can go see Amy now.
Amy.
I'm here. I'm standing by. Hey guys, tomorrow night, Giants pre and post game live shows move out to Willie Mays Plaza. It is Say Hey Tuesday, and fans are definitely going to want to go to this one because they are going to receive a collector edition Madison Bumgarner cheer card complete with Madison pitching and hitting. It is designed by local Bay Area artist Vince Underwood. Fans also, they're going to get an authentic Giants fan drawstring bag. You got to get out there. Say Hey Tuesday, gentlemen.
All right. Thanks for the timely heads up. Ball 1 to Hunter Pence. So the Giants, who were set up nicely, 1st and 3rd, nobody out, but Corbin has induced a couple of ground balls. It's 1st and 3rd with 2 down now as Pence tries to be the one to cash in a run. Corbin 1 out away from getting out of it unscathed. Pence is the guy who's had the best numbers over the years against Patrick Corbin for the Giants.
Well, he got the fastball away he was looking for.
Pence is twice grounded out, once to short, once to second. 2-0 Giants in the last of the 6th inning. Dwayne Kuiper will be coming back from the radio side in the 7th inning. Takes that one a little bit low. 2-1. Corbin, working in the 6th inning, has struck out 8, walked 1. He's only thrown 80 pitches for the night. Two and two. Slater, oh, excuse me, Mike.
It's so hard to lay off that hard slider of Corbin. I mean, that's such a kill pitch for him.
Let's see if he comes back with it again here with 2 strikes. There goes the runner from first, Hundley.
That's a nice block right there from Avila. That's not an easy one to block. You don't really know. Once that ball gets out in front of home plate, you don't know what that ball is going to do. You've got to guess. Rely on technique. And he saves a run here. See the tight eye on the spin of the slider. Hits him right in the bicep in the right arm. That's just a great play.
So Hundley steals second. Now runners at second and third with 2 down. And a full count to Pence. Crawford is on deck. Ahmed. And the inning is over. The Giants with a great opportunity, but Corbin gets through it. We go to the 7th now. When Kuiper will return.
Toyota dealer through 6 full innings of play. We have ourselves a good old-fashioned pitching duel. 6 innings, both starters have gone. 5 hits allowed by Stratton, 4 by Corbin. The big mistake from Corbin, they opted to pitch to Steven Duggar with a pitcher on deck and a man on and 2 outs, and he hit a 2-run homer. And that is the difference in this ballgame. That's our Toyota game summary, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Giants 2, D-backs nothing. Top of the 7th. Once again, my partner, Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, we have a new left fielder. And the hitter is Steven Souza. It's Yorkis Hernandez now in left. And that puts the Giants defensively with 3 center fielders in the game. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Next pitch for Stratton will be 90.
That was halfway home for you.
Well, I think our generation was like 125, 135 in there. It's a lot. You kind of left spring training with the idea that you could throw 125 pitches.
Out of play.
I mean, in other generations, I mean, 150, 160.
Yeah, they only had 4 guys in their bullpen.
They only had 4 guys in the rotation. The year I played with Steve Carlton in 1982 with the Phillies, he won the Cy Young that year. And he'd have 150, 160 a night with 90 breaking balls.
2-2.
But
yeah, you know what though? He didn't have to talk to the reporters afterward.
no, ever.
Swing and a foul back.
Souza was on that one. TJ McFarland, one of 3 left-handers in the Diamondback bullpen, getting up, getting stretched.
Out of play, I think, yes.
Oh, he had it played right. All right, take care of your girl out of bed.
Here's the 2-2, and he got him.
Front door breaking ball, locked him up. Souza not happy with that one. 4 strikeout for Corbin. They sit up in the inside corner, and that's the tip-off to an umpire. When you see a catcher start to move over to one side, you get an umpire anticipating, and all of a sudden, boom, he hits him right in the glove. See ya. Grab some pine, meat.
Line drive, right center field. McCutchen on the move, and he's going to track it down.
But don't miss out on this exclusive offer during the Mets series. Purchase tickets through the Ballpark app to access $15 bleacher tickets for Saturday, September 1st, and Sunday, September 2nd against the Mets. That's a $20 savings off the regular price. Just open up the Ballpark app on your smartphone and click the Tickets tab to purchase. Again, you must purchase tickets through the Ballpark app to take advantage of this offer.
So here's Alex Avila. And Avila looks at a strike.
Stratton has been carving the corners of that strike zone all night long with everything. Fastball, curveball, cutter, changeup. Has not made many mistakes out over the middle.
Avila's 0 for 2. Out of play. It's 1-2. Now Longoria will move to the right of second base.
Chafin, another lefty. Andrew Chafin joining McFarland.
2-2. And that last pitch was number 100. And a foul and held on by Hundley, and that's going to be a strikeout, and they'll also end the inning. Crawford's going to lead things off.
Area is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Well, check out Giants coverage after the postgame show. Grant Lippman joins Grant Brisby to talk about the game on the Giants Outsiders tonight after postgame live. Here's Crawford to lead things off. Crawford had an at bat in the second where he singled sharply past Goldschmidt, and then Corbin struck him out in the fourth.
See the line for Chris Stratton.
So on the ground to his opposite number, and Ahmed throws him out. And here's Darno. I'm telling you, Darno's got it figured out now. He's 0 for 12 lifetime against Corbin.
Yeah. 2
strikeouts in this game. And he's going to swing at the first pitch that doesn't have a wrinkle in it, and he's going to put it in play. That's my call.
Okay. We got a man making a call. Are you dialing long distance, operator?
No, I'm dialing, putting it in play.
Okay.
And the pitch.
That was the one. Now you get a steady diet of sliders.
I'm done. I'm not talking in this at bat.
No. Now you're looking for a hanging slider, which he just did, throw a hanging slider. Every time you have the idea that you're going to bunt, you get a hanger.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. 1-2.
Aramis Garcia, first day in the big leagues. Second day in the big leagues. Giants' second-round pick in 2014. Called up yesterday. Mr. Posey had a successful labrum repair today on his hip.
Center field, Jay going back. I think the veterans are making him wear that chest protector the whole game.
Well, it's warm.
Well, then they need to bring a couple of those up here. Here's Duggar.
Yep, it's getting ready to go down and warm somebody up. Tony Watson heading down with Aramis Garcia.
Duggar takes the pitch outside. Stratton's on deck. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
When Duggar hit the home run off of Corbin back in the second inning, a 2-run shot with 2 outs, he got Corbin's attention. Corbin struck him out in his second at bat.
2 and 2.
You take a look at the mislocation. This is a breaking ball down and in. And he just drops a head on it, and Corbin knew it right away. And that was a mistake simply because of who was on deck. Chris Stratton, not a good hitting pitcher on deck. They opted to pitch to Duggar, and Duggar made him pay.
That's a good take. 3 and 2.
Good pitch, good take.
Here's the payoff. Got him again. 9 strikeouts for Corbin. 2-0 Giants. On NBC Sports Bay Area, and it is home of the authentic fan. 2-0 Giants. AJ Pollock is going to lead things off, I guess, against Chris Stratton here in the 8th. Good look at some of our fans here tonight. So here's Pollock. Pollock takes a pitch down low. Pollock 1 for 7 lifetime against Stratton, and there's a called strike. You see they're waiting.
Seagulls getting in position.
Pollock hitting at 278. He and Corbin are free agents after this year. Foul back, 1-2.
He's a good player.
And not any of it is his fault, but he just gets dinged up a little bit, and will spend a few weeks on the disabled list, sometimes more. Lined. Gorkis puts it away.
Well, there's a price drop with MLB.tv. For $49.99, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game plus a free subscription to MLB at Bat Premium. Go to MLB.tv to take advantage. I thought for a second that line drive was going to get caught in the lights.
Yep, me too. Here's John Jay, who's got onage on Stratton in this game. He's 3 for 3.
Well, and you say, well, why is he letting him throw to Jay when you've got Tony Watson down in the Giants bullpen, the left-hander? Simply because Escobar, who is hitting behind, the Giants would rather see him hit left-handed than right-handed. He's got more power from the right side. So a 2-0 lead. He's Bochy saying, all right, Chris Stratton, you've been great all night. Be great again.
Three and 1. So now Stratton's got to come in. He does. 3 and 2.
John Jay taking all the way. Can't be afraid to hit with 2 strikes as a leadoff hitter, and he's not.
Longoria juggles, picks it up, throws, got him. Slater with another dig, 2 down. How about that? Austin Slater.
Great play on the back end. Became a stressful play. A short hop. Longoria blocks it down, and then now he's moving towards home plate, throwing across his body, and he's got to do it in a hurry. And here's the dig we're talking about.
He had a chance to pick it twice.
Well, that hit him in the absolute extreme high part of that glove. Right on the heel.
Escobar takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Out of play, 0-2.
Look at how high up on the heel of the glove he caught that. It's good hands.
Yeah, you got to be able to control it. Out of play. 1-2.
If you'd asked Bruce Bochy prior to the game, would you take 6 innings from Chris Stratton, he'd have said, yes, I would. And now he's an out away from giving him 8. Bochy's got a tired bullpen down there. I mean, for a starter to eat this many innings up, this many outs, this is huge.
Out of play.
This will be the last hitter that Stratton faces tonight, no matter what.
Got him. Finishes strong with a strikeout. He's got 6 on the night. Giants are coming up. It'll be Hernandez. It's 2-0 Giants.
Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
2-0 Giants. Jake Diekman, the new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. There's the numbers.
57 strikeouts and 44 1/3 for Diekman. He's a hard thrower. You're going to see mid to high 90s and a hard slider.
So here's Alan Hansen. And Hansen right off the bat with a healthy rip, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Nice job.
Oh, he was spectacular tonight. Really came out with a nice rhythm. He had just outstanding command with everything. Just carved up that strike zone. Beautiful pitching.
McCutcheon on deck as Hansen takes wide. One and 2. A.J. Pollock is now in center field as he's checking his charts. Can you do that as a hitter? Pull something out of your pocket to see the tendencies of the next pitch that may be coming?
Why not?
What about an Apple Watch? Just like punch in a little couple of things.
That would work. I mean, you see catchers that have cheaters. They have the wristbands that tell you a lot about scouting reports and all kinds of information on those things. Why wouldn't a hitter go up there and do it? There hasn't been a rule against it yet.
as Hansen strikes out. Our Smart Play is brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers. April 10th against the D-backs. Andrew McCutcheon had a walk-off single. And while we're watching that, we're going to get a pitching change. 1 out here in the 8th, 2-0. We'll be back. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
So the side armor, Brad Ziegler coming in, 66th time. Had Tim saves most with the Marlins. And he's a mid-90s submarine guy with a frisbee slider and a changeup.
And back-to-back strikes to McCutcheon. There's Belt. One and two.
And there's the frizz. Tony Watson finishing off his warm-up throws. He will pitch the bottom of the 9th.
Close. Too close to take for me. It's 2-2. Big chopper to Nick Ahmed. And he throws out McCutcheon. 2 outs. So here's Belt. So Belt standing in. And he takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Belt hitting .268. And that one's low with Longoria on deck. Well, always with a good eye, 2-1. Swing. He got a miss. 2-2.
Living down around the knees. That's what Brad Ziegler is all about. Knee high, knee high, knee high, knee high, knee high.
Popped him up into left center field. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Peralta, and that's going to end the inning. Ninth inning coming up. Peralta will lead things off. It's 2-0 Giants.
Ray Ratto and Kelly Johnson bring you the happy hour on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com.
So here's Watson to go after David Peralta. And Peralta spins out of the way. And it's 1-0, and it's time for a change. Think Speedy, oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
61st game that Watson has come in. Good numbers, almost a strikeout inning, 55 Ks in 56 innings.
And tied again, 2-0.
He's almost hit him twice, and he does not want to do that.
No.
Brandon Belt stays in the game. He's at first base.
I mean, he's probably trying to crowd Peralta a little bit, but now I guess you can't.
Now you got to throw a strike.
He does. It's 2-1.
Like that. Peralta taken all the way.
He's 3 for 12 in his career against Watson. And it's outside 3-1. The big fella on deck.
Hunter Strickland heating up.
On the ground to Belt. Watson's got to get over. Not a problem. Big out.
Huge out. And, you know, he came back from a 2-0 and a 3-1 count to get him.
So here's Goldschmidt.
3-1. And you want to throw that above the belt if you can. And it was a perfect feed for Tony Watson.
So Goldschmidt, who's 0 for 3, will face the lefty. And it's low. 2-0. The numbers for Goldschmidt against Watson. Goldschmidt is 1 for 5. The only hit, a double.
And just like in the last at bat, now he's got to throw a strike.
And he misses. It's 3-0. And the walk. So here's Descalzo.
Well, it definitely cranks up the drama with the 4-pitch walk, and that's his 39th consecutive road game reaching base, which extends the Diamondbacks franchise record.
Descalzo is 0 for 3. Low. 1 ball and no strikes.
They also set that target on the outside corner. They know Descalzo's a very good middle in guy. Righties, lefters, doesn't matter. I mean, he's a middle in guy. Trying to keep that ball on the outside corner. He missed on the other side of the plate.
One ball and 1 strike. That one was right down the middle. One and 2.
And I think Descalzo's still looking for that breaking ball.
Yeah, that's the one he'd like to try to hit over the arcade.
2 good fastballs right down around the knees. And now Watson with the advantage.
Out of play.
That's a little bit too much strike zone when you've got a 1-2 count.
And he's a little pumped up. I haven't seen Watson throw 94 that much, but that's where that pitch was. One and 2. And a check swing foul, so we'll do it again.
Descalzo did well to fight that one off. That's good. Two strike slider.
One and 2. The pitch. Breaking ball. Up and in. 2 and 2. Darno and Crawford at double play depth. Got him.
And you can't throw a better one than that.
And here comes Bruce Bochy.
From a low 3/4 release. Throws that thing completely across the plate. And he gets it.
So Watson out of the game. Strickland coming in. It's 2-0. We'll be back. as Hunter Strickland will go after Steven Souza.
39th time that Hunter Strickland has come in. He's got 13 saves on the year. This is a save opportunity. Strickland is a mid-90s, occasionally a high 90s fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup.
One ball and no strikes. Souza single in the second. Bounced out to Crawford in the fourth. Stratton struck him out looking in the seventh on a pitch that he was not happy with. On the ground, foul.
Mario Chavez making a play down there, our ball dude. Hello, Mario.
One and one. 2 and 1.
Puspochi wanted to give Will Smith another day off. He had been used a lot over the weekend. Mark Melanson had a couple days in a row. He too was Bochy wanted to give him a day off. There's Will Smith talking it over with the Shark.
So it's 3 and 1 to Souza. Foul back, 3 and 2.
It's the best pitch he's made right there. Made it in a 3-1 count, 94 mile an hour with a little cut right down around the knees.
Three-two pitch. He walked it.
So a rally for free with a couple of walks here. And it gets Nick Ahmed in the batter's box, and he's got 16 homers on the year.
Tonight, 0 for 3. His last at bat was a line drive caught by McCutcheon. So now if you're in the outfield, you got to play deep, and they are.
No doubles defense.
No balls and 1 strike.
Good curveball. And there you see the deep set in the outfield.
It does mean that you're going to get some balls falling in front of the outfielders. We don't like to see that happen either, but you got to keep that ball from going to the wall. 1 ball and 1 strike. Strickland and Hundley trying to come together, and now Strickland's ready. Maybe not. One and 1. 2 and 1.
Just not able to control that cutter. I mean, it's either been perfect or it's been outside. He hasn't missed out over the middle, and that's a good thing. But he needs to throw a strike with it right here.
Two and two. Goldschmidt at second. Souza at first. Three and two.
And now the runners get a head start on you.
Yeah, now almost doubles defense is not going to work.
Doubles defense is set up to prevent that back runner from scoring.
Pulled on the ground, fouled. He threw him a curveball. And Abed did well to stay alive, because you'll see another pitch. Three and two.
And again, Hundley coming out with another mound visit. And this may be all about a change of signals here.
Yeah, or no signal at all. This is what you're going to throw. And it's okay to do that because Crawford was in there, so he'll know. It's 3 and 2. Fly ball right field. McCutcheon coming in, and that's the ball game. So Chris Stratton, tip of the cap to the young man who went 8 innings in this game, and now the Giants won 3 straight.
Well, and a tip of the cap to Steven Duggar, who had his first home run here at AT&T Park, and it really was the big swing of the bat. It decided this ball game. So the youngsters have a lot to say about Game 1 of this series.
And more to come with Madison Bumgarner tomorrow night against Clay Buchholz. So the D-backs drop Game 1 of the series, and they do it even though they out-hit the Giants. The Giants shut out the D-backs by a final score of 2-0. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for Giants Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, which starts right now.